everyone, my name is Alyssa and welcome back to your 30-day Pilates challenge. Today is day 3 where we are going to work on spinal mobility. This is going to be a great video that you can always come back to anytime your spine is feeling super tight, maybe in the morning, after a long work day, after traveling. This is going to be one of those go-to videos you can always refer back to. Let's go ahead and get started. I want us to start in a butterfly position. Your feet are going to be together, knees are nice and wide, hands are gently resting onto your shins, and we're going to start with just a seated cat-cow here. So you're rocking side to side. I just want you to find your sits bones for me. Go ahead and settle in, sitting tall on your sits bones. On your exhale, you're going to tuck off your sits bones, round your spine. Your gaze goes down towards your hips. On your inhale, you're going to extend through the back, gaze forward as you lift your chest. Exhale, round your back, pull in through your abdominals. Inhale, continue to flow, arching the spine, lifting the chest forward. And just flow again, breath to movement here. I want us to focus on this movement of our pelvis. So the pelvic tuck initiates that round back. And then you start to tilt your pelvis forward. The rest of the spine follows through. 2 more. Exhale, round. Inhale to extend. 1 more. Exhale, round. Inhale to extend. Find your round back and pause. I want you to feel yourself pulling away from your arms here. So you have a good grip onto your shins. You're feeling you stretch through the upper back. Your shoulder blades are spreading wide. We're just going to shift slowly over to the left. Feel that stretch more through your right shoulder blade. And then shift over to the right. Feel that stretch behind your left shoulder blade. Come back to center. Restack your spine, sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring our arms open to a T. Side bend to the right. Look up towards your left elbow. Breathe, inhale into the top ribs. Exhale, sit a little further. This time I want you to round your back, bring your torso through center, and then restack your spine, sit nice and tall. Right arm reaches up, over to the left side, gaze up towards your right elbow, side bend. Really push your right hip into the mat. Breathing here into the top ribs. Exhale, circle the arms back towards the feet. Restack your spine, sit nice and tall. Arms reach out, flow up and over to the right. Round your back, circle the arms towards your feet, sit up nice and tall. Arms open. Side bend, gaze towards your elbow. Curve the spine, circle the arms to your feet. Lift back up, arms to that T. 2 more, side bend. Round the back, sweep the arms forward, roll up, reach the arms wide. Last one, look up to that right elbow. Circle the arms, reach forward, hold there. Just walk the arms out nice and long. Extend through your spine, lift up into a flat back. And then dive forward, push your hands in front of you. Inhale, arch your back, gaze forward. Exhale, push your arms forward, reach towards the wall in front of you. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, push. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, push, walk the fingertips out. Completely let the head relax, let the shoulders fall out of the ears. Feel this stretch through that lower back. Breathing into any tight spots here through the spine. And then I want you to slowly roll yourself back up, restack your spine, and let's sit nice and tall. From here, we're going to go ahead and come onto all fours. So I want you to come onto your hands and knees. You're going to bring your wrists underneath shoulders, your knees underneath hips. We're going to inhale, extend the spine, gaze forward. Exhale, round your back, cat-cow. Inhale into that cow position. Exhale into the cat. As you flow here through this position, we're focusing on that extension of the upper back and then that rounding through the lower back in your cat position. And we want to remember that our head or our neck is a part of the spine. So make sure that head is following the action of the back body. 2 more. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into the cat. 1 more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. This time, find your flat back. We're coming into tail wags here. I want you to lift just your right foot off the mat. You're gonna lift or twist over to the right, look towards your right foot. Now twist, side bend towards the left, look over your left shoulder. So we're wagging our right foot side to side to get this lateral flexion of the spine. As I'm moving my spine in this lateral space, I'm starting to notice my obliques firing up here. I'm engaging through the sides of my waist to move my spine. 1 more each direction. Come back to center, lower the right foot down, lift the left foot up. I'm gonna wag my left foot side to side, keeping both knees onto the mat. Feeling this lateral flexion of the spine, and then also starting to notice this movement of the pelvis. You're pulling the hip bone up into the rib cage to pinch through those obliques. Let's go for 2. 1 more each side. Good, let's come back to center, lower the foot down, tuck your toes for me. I want you to lift your hips up to a downward dog position. If you need, you can have a soft bend in the knees. I want us to pedal out the feet here. So I want you to just lift one heel up and then switch. In this position, our spines are nice and long. You're feeling your tailbone reaching to that back corner behind you. And then the crown of your head is reaching down towards the top corner of your mat. Let's go ahead and lower your left heel, lift your right. Really drop your chest down towards your thighs here. Pushing down through the palms, switching, other heel lifts. Hands are firmly pushing down into the mat. Press both heels down. Again, you can have a soft bend in the knees if you need. I want us to reach our left arm towards our right ankle. So we're in this spinal rotation here. I want you to breathe into the right side body. Trying to feel this expansion through the ribs with every inhale. And with every exhale, just pull yourself deeper into that twist. Lower that left hand down, right arm reaches across. Look underneath that left shoulder. Now we're breathing into the left side of the rib cage. Feeling the ribs expand on your inhale. Exhale, pull deeper into that stretch. Bring the hands back onto the mat. I want you to lift onto your toes. We're gonna roll through the spine as you shift forward into a plank position. You might need to walk the hands out a little bit. Now I want us to lead with our sits bones as we reach the hips back. Drop your chest down towards your thighs. Lifting onto the toes, tuck the hips as you round the back. Reach forward into your plank position. Now lead with the sits bones. Push the heels down as you snake through the spine into that downward dog. 3 more toes. Shifting forward. Heels reach down. Lift the hips up. Onto the toes. Round the back. Shift your weight forward into the hands. Push the hips back. Snake through the spine. 1 more toes. Shift forward all the way into that plank. Pause. I want you to feel the heels reaching back, the crown of the head pulling forward, and we're holding the plank here. Just for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. I want you to walk your feet in towards your hands here. If you need, again, to have that soft bend, you can. We're just going to bend the knees deep into a plie, and then extend the legs up. 2 more, bend your knees down. And reach, give me 1 more, knees bent. Legs straighten. I want us to lift onto our toes, bend the knees. We're in a tight ball shape here. So you're really just compressing the spine. The head is pulling down towards your knees, so we're in that deep stretch. Now I want you to just lower the heels onto the mat, lower the hips, and we're going to come to a seated position here. I want us facing the top of your mat. Feet are planted onto the floor. Arms are reaching forward. We're going to start with a roll back here. You're going to tuck off your sits bones, round your spine as you start to roll back. We're in this nice C curve here. You're going to dive forward, restack the spine, sit nice and tall. Exhale, tuck off your sits bones, roll back. Dive forward, deepen that C curve, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, roll back. Inhale to lift. 2 more, exhale, roll back. Inhale to lift. 1 more, exhale, roll back and pause. Flex your feet, try to get out of the hip flexors here. Flip your palms up. Let's do little pulses up an inch and down an inch. Just to activate those core muscles a little bit here. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Continue that roll up, sit nice and tall. I want us to roll back to that halfway position, flex your feet. Bring your hands to a prayer pose here. We're going to find this spinal rotation, twist to the right, and then come back to center. Twist to the left and center. Really dig your heels down into the mat here. Make sure the hips aren't moving, just the spine is rotating. Let's go for a count of 3. Twist for 2. Twist for 1. Pause here, reach your arms forward, palms are up. Little pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Restack your spine, plant the feet down, sit nice and tall. I want you to slide forward a little bit to the top of your mat so you have space to roll down. Reaching the arms forward, start to tuck off your sits bones. Continue that roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time, until you're laying onto the mat. Arms reach long behind you. Circle the arms, reach your arms forward, grab behind your hamstrings for assistance, and then pull up tall. We're just in this prep for our roll down. Arms reach forward, tuck your hips under. Slowly peeling your spine down onto the mat. At the bottom, reach the arms up overhead. Circle the arms, grab to your hamstrings to pull yourself up, sit nice and tall. Let's do 1 more. Tuck your hips, really focus on that rounded spine here. 1 vertebrae hits the mat at a time, and then circle the arms up and over. Reach the hands behind the hamstrings to bring yourself up to seated, sit nice and tall. From here, I want us to roll back halfway. From here, reach your arms forward. We're gonna rotate, inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, center. Can we rotate for 4? And in. Twist for 3. And in 2 more. Really reach through that back arm. Last one, reach. Center. Reset the spine, sit nice and tall. We have 1 last set here. I want us to roll back. I want us to find that twist. Really pull that right shoulder back. Little pulses up here. Reaching that left arm forward for 3. Staying that twist, 2. And 1. Keep that halfway back. Reach the right arm forward. Open that left arm. I'm pinching through my right obliques now. Pulsing up. And lift. Let's go. 4, 3. Nice and small. 2. 1. Come back to center. Restack your spine. Sit nice and tall. Flex your feet, extend your legs forward. We're coming into a roll down here. I want us to tuck off our sits bones, slowly roll the spine all the way back down onto your mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. At the bottom, hug the right knee into your chest. Breathe here. You're gonna cross the right knee over the body, take a spine twist here. Reach your right arm open, gaze towards your right hand. Try to push this right shoulder down onto the mat as much as possible, and then pull that right hip across. Breathing here into the stretch, and then bring that right knee back in, hug it in towards your torso, And then reach the right leg out. Left knee is gonna hug into your chest. Pull that thigh in nice and tight. And then take it into your twist. Cross the left leg over. Open that left arm to the side. Gaze towards your left hand. Breathing into this rotation. Try to push that left shoulder down to the floor. Pull that left hip across. And then come back to center. Hug that left knee into your chest one more time for me. Reaching the leg out in front of you. Good. And let's go ahead and flip onto our side. We're going to come back to that lateral flexion of the spine here. So I want us to lay on our right side. Our right arm is just extended out as a pillow. Our head can rest onto it. My top arm is just gently resting onto the floor. Squeeze the legs together. I'm going to have us lift our legs off the mat and lower down. Lifting our legs up and lower. So this is modified banana here. We're getting into our obliques as we lift the legs. Let's lift for 3. Lift for 2. And 1, lower the legs. This time I want us to lift the upper half of our body. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. You can have a little more push through that top arm this time. Trying to get that right shoulder blade off of the mat if you can. 1 more like that. And relax. You can come back to just the legs, or I want us to try to lift the legs and the torso. On your inhale, we're lifting up. We're in that lateral flexion of the spine. And then exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. We have 1 more here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Completely relax here. Let's flip onto our stomach, hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to inhale, lift up to a baby swan. And then exhale to lower down. So we're not going all the way up, just inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 2 more, pushing down through the hands. And lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Walk the arms forward just a little bit. I want us to push through our palms. Push up into your full swan here. Make sure the core is still lifted. Shoulders are pressing down. And then you're lowering back down onto your mat. You're going to inhale, push down through the hands, lift the spine up. Exhale to lower down. Maybe just down to the elbows. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to tap down. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good. You guys can just roll onto your left side. I'm going to turn around so you can still see me facing the camera. We're going to come into that modified banana again. And let your legs together. Your left arm is overhead. We're going to start with just the legs. Point through the toes. Lift the legs up for me. And then lower down. Now you should feel this in your right obliques. So we're squeezing through the right waist to lift the legs up to that hover. Lift 4, 3, testing your balance, maybe just on the fingertips of that right arm, 2, and 1. Take a quick rest. Plant your right palm into the mat. Let's lift just the torso up this time, and lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. You might notice one side feels stronger than the other. For me, this is my more challenging side. Let's do 1 more like that. And relax. Now you can either just do the legs or we're going to add it all together. You're going to float the legs up, float the torso up, and then lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Give me 2 more. Try to keep those legs squeezing. 2. 1 more. Relax down. Let's come onto our stomachs 1 more time. Fingertips reach forward. Pinkies are down, thumbs are up. We're coming into mini swan here. I want you to draw your shoulder blades down. Lift your spine up as you drag the pinkies back. And then lower the back, reach the arms forward. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Into that spinal extension again. And reaching away. 2 more. Reach up. And lower. Last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale to reach. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Sit back into a child's pose for me. Knees are wide. Arms reach out nice and long. Really let the hips sink down towards your feet. Walk your hands to the right corner of your mat. Stack your left hand on top of your right and just breathe into that stretch. Walk your hands over to the left corner of the mat. Right hand stacks on top of left. Breathe here. Come back to center. Come onto your all fours for me. I want you to reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Thread your right arm through. Let the right shoulder hit the mat. Reach your left arm either forward or take it into a bind. Circle the left arm around to wrap it around your waist. Unbind that left arm. Bring your left arm to the floor. Reach your right arm back up to the ceiling. And lower down. Let's do other side. Left arm reaches up. Take your twist. Lower your left arm down to the mat. Right arm can reach forward or you can circle around into your bind. Really feel that stretch behind your left shoulder blade. And then feel that opening through the right shoulder. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Right hand presses into the mat. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And lower down. Very nice, everyone. You guys are done with day 3 of our 30-day Pilates challenge. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some lower body work.